This video is for supervisors who are completing internship program steps alongside a Mount Allison intern in the summer, fall, or winter semesters. When you first log in as an employer, this is the dashboard that you'll see. To navigate into the internship program, select Internships on the left side and choose Internship Program. There's also an overview section with some information about how to navigate the internship program. When you click Internship Program, you'll be taken to what is essentially your internship program dashboard. You'll be able to see any tasks that you need to complete at the bottom here. You'll be able to see any opportunities that you have posted, as well as the records of the students that you're supervising. To update or complete any of the internship program steps alongside your intern, click Records. Once you've done that, click View beside the name of the student that you want to complete a step for. This is an internship record. You'll be able to see that your intern's experiential record detail has been approved, and you'll be able to see information about their placement on this screen. You'll also be able to see the steps of the internship program: learning goals, midpoint assessment, final assessment, and employer program evaluation. As the intern progresses through the program, the status of the steps will be updated. This intern has completed their portion of the learning goals, and therefore that step is pending. They have not completed any of the following steps, therefore those ones are labeled no record. Once the learning goals has been completed and approved, the status of that step will change to approved. Clicking on any of the open records on this side will enter into the record, and you'll be able to see it on your screen. To edit any of the steps and complete the supervisor portion, choose this blue quick menu button on the right and select Edit from the list of actions. You'll only be able to choose the steps that the student has already started from this list. To complete the learning goals step, choose that option from the list and click Select. This is the learning goals form. At the top, there is information for the student about how to complete their learning goals and what types of information they should include. And you'll be able to see that your student has chosen a high-level competency, a more specific competency, and then set a specific learning goal as well as a due date. And they complete that process 3 times for 3 learning goals. For each of these 3 learning goals, there's a text box for supervisor comments, and that's where we encourage you to provide your input for their learning goals. Once you've provided any input, please go down to the bottom and confirm that you have reviewed and approved the student's learning goals. If you think that the student needs to make significant changes to their learning goals before you can approve them, please email the student to let them know. Once you have approved their learning goals, click Submit to finish. You'll be able to complete the supervisor piece of each step in the same manner. Since those steps are not yet open for this student, I'll show you what they look like through the Create Record option in the quick menu. If you ever need to start a step before your student has started it, you can do so by choosing Create Record from the quick menu and selecting from the list the step that you want to complete. Part 1 of the midpoint assessment is an intern self-assessment that we encourage interns to complete before they meet with their supervisor or before their supervisor completes their portion. We ask the student to copy and paste each of their 3 learning goals and comment on their progress on each of the 3 goals. We also ask them to reflect on how they're using their strengths to complete their work and where they think they can see room for improvement and any questions they might have for their supervisor. Part 2 is the employer assessment of the intern's performance. We ask you to fill in how many work hours they've completed approximately, give them an overall performance rating, comment on their top 3 strengths and 3 areas that you think they have room for improvement, and complete a rating on several competencies. There's also space for you to leave comments if you would like. Once you have finished your part of the assessment, simply click Submit to finish. The final assessment looks much the same as the midpoint assessment. Again, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to navigate to it by choosing Create Record instead of Edit. Once again, Part 1 is an intern self-assessment where they reflect on their 3 learning goals and look back over their internship. Part 2 is the employer assessment, and we again ask you to complete how many hours they've worked, an overall performance rating, comments on their top 3 strengths and 3 areas with room for improvement, and give them a rating on several competencies. You can also leave comments if you'd like. Once you've completed the supervisor section of the final assessment, please click Submit to finish. As previously mentioned, normally we encourage interns to complete their section first. So normally, when you go in to complete the midpoint and final assessments, you'll choose Edit from the list of actions under the quick menu, and you'll be able to select those 2 options from this drop-down menu. For the final step, the employer program evaluation, the student does not have any piece to complete in that step. So from the quick menu button, you can choose Create Record to finish that step, and choose Employer Program Evaluation from the list. For the program evaluation, we ask for a little bit of background information about you and your organization. And on the second part, we ask you to rate your overall level of satisfaction on several aspects of our office operations and the internship program. We also ask you to leave some thoughts about the program structure. And finally, you can provide any feedback that you would like to leave us. This survey is used to help us improve our programming to support employers and supervisors in future internship terms. Once you've completed this employer feedback survey, simply click Submit to finish. Those are all the steps that you'll have to take as a supervisor in the internship program. Thank you very much for watching, and please, if you have any questions at any point during the summer, winter, or fall term, feel free to email careers@mta.ca at any time for assistance. Thank you.